Yo, what is going on, guys? So today, this video, I kind of want to talk about what would I do if I lost everything and I had to start from scratch, having my current skill set, which is essentially editing, building a brand, and getting attention. So yeah, let's just get right into this. I'll break everything down step by step, what I would do, and most importantly, haha, we got an iPad. Yes, so step one. A lot of you guys are selling a commodity. Like there's so many editors right now. There's so many personal brands coming out. There's so many editors, and they just all you're selling is a commodity. That's why nobody's gonna pay you more. It's a race to the bottom. Like that's the thing. So if I was gonna do this, I would stop selling a commodity and I would sell results. And now you're probably asking like, "Oh, Houston, but how can I relate editing to results?" Simple. More views, more sales. These are the really, I mean, in the end, everybody wants to make more money, right? So you need to figure out how to relate your editing to more money. So more views equal more sales, more converting content, more sales, better looking content, better opportunities, more sales. It all comes down to money, right? And if you just sell, oh, I'll save you time editing your videos. Like I'm not gonna pay more than I don't know $1,000 at best for 30 videos, right? Also depends on the content that I'm creating as well. And I'll get into all of this stuff later down the line. So step one is sell results. Don't be a commodity. Just gonna write this out. So that is your offer. Results. Step two. You need to work with the right clients. Many of you are focused on the wrong clients, and this is where we actually can talk about in terms of who you should be focusing on, obviously. Your main thing is to help winners to win more or help upcoming superstars to win more. If you're helping people that are not winning or you want to help people that are like losing, they will not see the value in what you do. But there is an exception to this. So, podcast creators. If you want to sell podcast clips, it's an exception, right? So I'm just going to put this here. If you want to create podcast clips, this is probably the lowest hanging fruit on the marketplace. You just go on YouTube, find long form creators, and not just podcasts, by the way. I went long form in general. So you find long form podcast, long form creators, and if they have poor presence on Instagram or TikTok, that is your like winning ticket to get in. If you help them to get more attention for their podcast on YouTube or Spotify or whatever through Instagram and TikTok, they will be open to paying a certain amount retainer every month for you to edit 30 videos at least. And considering that's like the lowest hanging fruit, that's what I would focus on. So basically charging $1,000 for 30 videos for basic editing, not too anything too crazy, not too crazy animations or whatever. And to deliver good results in this specific niche, like the podcast and the long form creators, you need to get good at identifying good clips. Because you can't just take any long form video and just cut clips without context and upload it, because they're not going to get views and the client's just going to ask for a refund and you're going to be in the reds. You don't want to do that. You want to learn what's a good hook, like how to identify a good hook that's kind of intriguing and excites people to, captures attention and they want to know more. And the other thing is you can also always kind of rearrange the video to make context. So you have a good hook, and then you take something from the end and something from the middle and you compile a video. So you need to get good at that. You don't need to have great editing skills or even crazy animation skills. Just understand how attention works and how to maintain attention, because that's how you're going to go viral and the client's going to be happy. Now that's out of the way. Step 2.5 is optimizing your profile. Because here's the problem. I get DMs every day from random people without any context, profiles private, profiles without posts, telling me that they can help me with certain things. First of all, that immediately in my head, it's a scam. Not just a scam, but the person doesn't know what the fuck is he doing. So if you're one of these people, this is the important step. Do this. Depending on the platform you're going to be reaching out to people, which could be email or Instagram or LinkedIn or even Facebook, which is actually a sleeper market. People are kind of like moving away from it, or should I say, people are forgetting about it when there's so much potential in there as well. So you need to be clear. Good profile picture, good bio, and I would have some sort of result tied into what your service do, like what you do, right? So your results or your service or a case study. So these are the things that I would try to include in the bio. Specifically, if you're doing cold email reach out, you need to, like, people gonna Google you. That's gonna be the first thing that they do. And if you don't come up, or you're a ghost on Google, then people are just not gonna trust you and they're not gonna respond to you to your cold emails. Just make sure you are presented online in some sort of way that's optimized and people can see that you're a real person, that you are doing this professionally, right? So that's what I would do as well. I would optimize my bio, I would set up a profile pic, and I would start also working on my own brand, right? I would start creating content that would help those podcast creators and long form creators to get more views and make more money in the end, right? Because it's all about money in the end. People saying, it's not about the money. It is about the money. Everybody wants to make money. They get compensated for the value that they provide. Now, we go to step 3, which is, I kind of mentioned, outreach on all channels. So that's why I want you to be presentable on every platform, right? But in this case, we would be working with podcast creators or, long form content creators, and we would be repurposing their content. You would still need to reach out to them on all channels just to get in front of them. Because if you don't get in front of them, let's say they have Instagram, but they're not really are active on Instagram, and you DM them, it's not going to work because they're not going to really see it. Or, maybe they'll see it in a week or two, right? So you just need to email them ideally, outreach on Instagram, find them on every single platform that you can, and just get in touch with them. And in your message include that you are going to be reaching out on every single social media channel because you need them to see this, right? You want to help them get more views, essentially. Once they respond back, after a few follow-ups, if they didn't respond right away, you want to give away a free sample. Now, this sample video wouldn't be like overly edited or anything like that. It would be very simple, basic, master the basics of editing and just make a simple video, kind of hook, main point, and an outro. You don't even need an outro. You can even probably make some sort of loop in that video. But I mean, there's ways of doing it, right? So once you send them a sample video, they will either ghost you or get back to you, and then you're gonna ask them for a sale. Simple as that. You don't even need to get them on a call or anything like that because it's a very low price. You're gonna tell them, if you're not so confident, go for $1,000 for 30 videos, right? This is what I would do at the start as well. I would be like, $1,000, 30 videos from your long form content, done and dusted. People will usually agree to this. Like, this is way more than acceptable price considering for the returns they can get. Like 1 million views, 100,000 views can easily pay this off in a day. Step 6, rinse and repeat. But with one exception, you want to be increasing the price. In this scenario, I would get 3 clients at $1,000 a month. So that's like 90 videos. I would probably outsource most of this editing and take like 30% back, 30 to 40% myself. I would increase the prices every 3 clients. So every 3 clients that say yes, back to back to back, I would instantly raise the price by $500. And what I would do also, one more thing, is I would always get testimonials and case studies. Because if you can get results and other people see that you can get results, people will invest into your service and into you as well. And like I said previously, while I have all of it going on in the background, I would be building my own personal brand and documenting the journey. You want to document the journey, keep the receipts, the way I like to call it, for one simple reason. Having a personal brand and getting people buy into you and who you are and what you stand for and what you deliver in terms of like your service and the results, you can instantly charge way more money, 2 to 5 times more. Obviously, there's a ceiling to that, depending on the result you bring to the people, right? So we go back to the start, which is like, don't sell a commodity, sell results, because you're not going to be able to charge a lot of money for a commodity. But if you tie in your service to some sort of result where you can get people viral consistently based, a lot of it is based on their personality and so on and so forth and the stuff they talk about. But if you can get them viral you're going to be able to charge, 2 or 5 times more than what everybody else is charging. But if you are selling, just like I said at the start, boring commodity stuff, you're going to be struggling for forever, really. You're just going to be struggling. So don't sell a commodity, sell results, follow this framework. If you need cash right now, if you don't need cash, figure out how to position yourself as a digital problem solver instead of, selling a commodity service, because that's what's gonna, separate you from the pack. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.